In this speech, we will talk about a look at education in the United States. So most young people in the United States today attend school as a mandatory that children have to attend schools. The great majority of Americans, which take up to 90%, attend public schools, and a small percentage attend private schools. All public schools are secular, and one unusual feature of the U.S. public education surprised many foreigners. There is no nationwide certain curriculum set by the government, which have also no particular nationwide standard on examination. Also, although the government funds schools for special programs, it doesn't determine the specific curriculum or the examination. So, the control of education is in the hand of individual states. First, I will talk about the three levels of control within each state. As we go down the levels, the control becomes increasingly local. A state Department of Education have two basic functions. The first one is to set the state's minimum requirements of education. Secondly, they set the number of credits a student must complete in order to graduate high school. Both include required courses and electives. The school district is the number of school districts in the state depends on the size of the state and also its population size. A large metropolitan area, for example, may have different school districts, while a smaller community may have only one. The school district is responsible for the specific content of courses taught in schools, which will determine what the students will study. It also decides what electives are available to students and finally, hiring teachers and administrators. The school level is the last control level where teachers have primary responsibilities for deciding how to teach each courses and preparing classrooms, examinations to students. Now I will talk about how education is funded. For example, in 2010, only about 12% of the money came from the federal government, while the rest came from the states, which is about 43%, and local taxes, 44%. Now I'll talk about the issues and efforts from different states and government. At the state level, the inequality of educational opportunity is still common because public schools are mainly funded by local taxes. Schools in poor communities, however, do not have the same access as the wealthier communities. Therefore, children from poorer areas are less likely to receive good education than children from richer areas. So in private schools, because they are not funded through taxes, parents pay to send their children to the private schools, which sometimes causes them to confusing why they have to pay taxes for public schools when their children don't use them. Besides, there are some efforts which can resolve the issues. Firstly, charter schools is a type of public school introduced in the 20th century, which was mainly funded through taxes. It also competes with regular public schools. Charter schools operate under a contract from a state or public organization. It is more independent in selecting teachers than public schools does. Schools voucher concept is a more controversial idea. Parents choose the school their children will attend, which can be public or private, and the school receives a set amount of money per student from public funds. However, it is required to develop testing programs and other systems in each state to ensure every student have access to education. Also, a well-known strategy called CCSS, which determine adjusting standards for certain subjects like English and math, so that students who move in different places within a country can keep up